What's going on with the chat? Refresh. There we go. All right, I think we are good to go. All right. How long is the stream delay? Like it's a little while. By 5. Like 20 seconds. That's kind of a bummer. All right, so welcome back. I haven't been on in a little bit. I did get on a little bit earlier, and I actually had run out of power because all of their steam, or all of our steam, all of our turbines had broken. So we ran out of durability in our turbines, which was kind of a bummer. But I got those all replaced, so we're building back up on power. We're doing pretty good. But I have compiled a little bit of a clipboard here about things that I want to work on, and it's not necessarily in this order. One thing that I'd like to get into is the nuclear reactor, which is this guy here. And I think we have everything to be able to make this. So maybe I'll start this now. Tungsten steel pipe casing. Looks like there's just a couple of things that we need for that, but is this used for anything else? This is used in quite a lot of things, so maybe we will set a recipe for that and get those making. Extreme combustion engine. I don't know that we'll get to that, but it looks like we do use it for other things. So we will also set up that. And that's just a crafting recipe. Okay. Everything else we have. The only thing that we'll need to do is set up thorium fuel rods. 8192, that's pretty good. Thorium fuel rod would be simple, just thorium dust, and we have a lot of thorium dust, which we are getting, I believe, from ore processing. What, coal monazite, I think. So maybe we will set that up first. Let's head over here. And if I put down another block of machines here, I can have... My only concern would be not having access to this glass cable if necessary. But I don't think it is going to be necessary because this EV energy hatch, I could just let this fill up because we have plenty of these. So let's get this set up. I'm also, so this, there's not a crafter in some sort of way. This doesn't have an assembler recipe. So this needs to go into a molecular assembler. Which I do have 2 slots over here available, but I think that we should add in something over here for that. So maybe we'll do that in one of these blocks. Is there a spot that looks like it makes more sense? I guess we'll just place it down over here. We'll take some molecular assemblers. And they just need to be connected to a wireless connector. So I'll take 2 of these guys, and if I place one down there, that should satisfy our channel requirement. And let's put it there so we can put drawers underneath. Like so. And maybe to make this more functional, it actually makes sense to move it here. Like so. That one doesn't need one. Although that could go there, and then that like that, that, yes. That does still not work because this needs access to a laser connector. So we'll just do that, I think. And that's 6. Unless I move this down. Yeah. And then I can just expand that going up. Yes. Be nice if there was a better tool. And that should be good for now. Place that guy there. Let's grab our color applicator and our wireless kit. This is going to need a drawer controller. Which will go right here. Storage bus will go there. I need an interface. The mega interface? No. This needs upgraded into this extended one. But I believe that's what this is for. I grab a cable, put down an interface there, and click that. Yeah, now there's 2 pages there. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to take these guys and actually I'm going to break the storage bus temporarily. I'm going to link all of these first. Now when I hit this lock, I'll lock all of them. Yeah, there we go. It's easier. Place that guy down. Put those away. Actually, don't need those in my inventory at all. So, gonna need a pattern provider, which I might as well move that guy from over here. I don't need it. there anymore. And we will put it, since the molecular assemblers are over there, we'll put it right here. Those go in there. This guy gets saved to that. That pattern is going to go in there. And we need those. That's going to be in an assembler. It's going to be an elite assembler. Need our laser nodes. Need our laser wrench. Like so. And our card. We are going to stock 4 of these. What's the crafting time on this? Ooh, it's going to be an IV, so it's going to be instant. So let's change it to 16. This needs to be set to 4. I have an auto export. This is a manual machine. And let's get, because these are used in a lot of things. They're used in a multi-block assembly. There's 15, but not that many of them, and they're instant to make. So it's not going to hurt if we don't have like a huge stockpile of them. To lock that, and then that controller is what's connected to this. Wonderful. So we've got those. And this guy takes all of that. So what we're going to need here for this interface is a plate, pipes, steel frame. But it's 4 and 4. And then we just need an extruder for this. A normal pipe mold. Apparently I'm out of these molds, so I'll just take a stack of them. Bolt and normal pipe. Normal pipe. Normal pipe takes a bolt. I just made a bolt, didn't I? No, that's a rod. Rod. Normal pipe. Extruders are here. Yes. And I'm going to say when we have 128 of these, I want you to stop. That input bus is going to go there, and then this is made with 3 of those. We should see this guy kick on. Did I not put a robot arm in there? I did not put a robot arm in there. Robot arm. Goes there, and the top. Gonna be a keep exact. Hey, Hyper, how's it going? 16, there we go. Now let's get those pipes. Tungsten steel fluid pipe. Once it pops back up into here. Are they slow? Oh, it is kind of slow, huh? Come on. There we go. And that's going to go right there. Those are getting pulled into here. Yes. Let's get rid of those. Save those. This needs to be item card. Keep it in stock on channel 1 for those, and those. And this on the down is going to have an insert card on 1, and then these guys should just be connected, and that should do it. But this needs power. You've been trying out hard mode? How's that going? I need to move this there. These are all still connected. Okay. That needs to go there, and then I need more cables. What's the difference in hard mode? This should be crafting. Yes. And I want... How much does this get used? There's 2 there, 6, 1. $72. So let's do 512. It's brutal and you love it. What's different about it? Okay, so those are crafted. The extreme engine intake casing. Take this with us. The extreme engine. This is another assembler. Everything. Well, I mean, I got time to listen as far as what's different. 2, 4, robust tungsten machine case. That's another assembler. Let's get another one of those right away. We'll actually do that first. 6 and 1 on 6. Six of those, 1 of those. 6 and 1. Excellent. And these get used quite a bit. I don't think I need 2048 of them. There's 88 there. What is this? Folding acrylium stabilizer? That looks pretty sick. I don't know what it does. Oh, of course, it makes a utopian. Acrylium? Acrium? I don't know what that... So let's auto eject those. Lock it up. Link it. Okay, now this guy. 4, 2, 1. Everything. You start with coarse dirt instead of grass with a bunch of dead bushes, and you have to be careful not to break too many of them, or you'll soft lock yourself. And all the recipes are just like harder. The tungsten steel fluid pipes are pretty slow. It's on EV. I could upgrade these to run on IV. Turn up our volume a little bit, maybe. So these take 4 seconds. Means this is gonna take a while. On EV. EV 4 seconds. How does it take 4 seconds? It's running it in EV. First end goal of the first quest chapter is making andesite alloy. Ooh. So they turned it up way more difficult, huh? I need this rotor, which would be faster and a fluid solidifier. I don't have fluid solidifiers down. Is there an upgraded fluid solidifier? It doesn't look like it. This is... I can make this. Watertight casing. Do I want to make one of these giant multi-blocks or fluid solidification? I could put it down like back here. Multi-block fluid solidifier. Watertight casing. That would be faster for making rotors. Be significantly faster. Making a mechanical press and basin takes 52 iron ingots. An anvil and a cauldron. Brutal. Why did you restart in hard mode? Are you going to stay in that, or are you just kind of playing around with it? I think I'm going to make this fluid solidifier. Silicon rubber ring. Silicon rubber ingot. I have silicon rubber. So to be able to make a ring, I just need sheets. I have the ingots. To make the sheets, I need an extruder or a cutter. Or again, a fluid solidifier. Let's take some silicon rubber sheets and go into our extruder. Swap it out with the plate. It's not bad. Okay, and we need 2 pumps. So we need the rotor, which I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Do some inefficient crafting real quick. Sometimes you gotta be inefficient to be efficient. And a screw. Like that. 2 pumps. We just need more tungsten steel screws. And then we need the pipes. Right now you need to make a ton of mud bricks, which means a lot of water. Water doesn't renew. Ooh, that's brutal. Two pumps. Large solidification array. Needs a fluid solidifier like so. Where'd the pumps go? Oh, they got used in this. Suck. So 2 more rotors. Two pipes like so. These pumps. Need 2 screws. And what else? 2 rotors. What am I missing on the rotor? Nothing. Pump. 2 screws. There we go. That wasn't painful at all. Okay, now this guy, 59 watertight casings. Let's get another assembler. We can get watertight casings set up. Watertight casings are 6 and one of those, and a program circuit 6. But I don't have any of the dudes for the watertight casing. This is my rod maker, right? Yeah, these are lathes. So I need watertight casings, which means 4 watertight steel ingots. These need to go in here. 512, 56. That's how they set up these. Yep, 512, 256. Fantastic. Watertights go in there. Let's change that to 16. Take those out, and they go here. And then the watertight plate goes over here. 4 hours of playtime just to get a mechanical saw and some water wheels. That's brutal. That does sound brutal. Let's see, I have a bunch of these already set up. So plates, 512, 256. This is distinct bus, yes. Those go in there. And these plates are circuit 1. They need to go in here, right there. Fantastic. All that's good. So this, I need first the watertight steel frame. Which means this needs 4 of those guys, and let's change this up to 16. And for the frame, it's circuit 4. And I suppose we'll take 512. And then the watertight casing, that's this. No, that needs to go up here. Watertight casing, another assembler. One of those, one of those. Six and one on 6, 6 and 1. 6. There we go. Excellent. And this, I'm just waiting on the rotor, which we're doing there. So 12 of those bad boys. Just going to put those in there and help this machine along. Okay. This needs 59, so I need to wait till I get about a stack of these. Actually, with all the input buses that I'm going to have, it should be fine. Take those. Another thing about hard mode is that before even getting to LV, you have to go through the create age, steam age, and then ultra low voltage. Ooh, yeah, that does add some extra steps to it. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy. The controller goes on the second level up. And it's a 5x5 with the corners missing. So we'll take our girders. Our center is here, which means he's set up like that. Okay, and then this is going to go in the center. What do the layers look like? Okay, those are steel pipe casings. I need 8 of them. Oh, apparently I don't have those on craft. Oh, but I can do this. That makes it very easy. And I need a maintenance hatch. I don't know why my inventory is wanting to desync so bad. Pipe casings will go there. I'll have a universal just output on the top. And this is 5 blocks tall, right? No, it's 4 blocks tall. Wonderful. Basically, the whole side of the machine is going to be inputs. IV, energy hatch. Let's get 2 of these guys. We're going to run power in there. Pipe casings go like that. Wait. Not quite like that. Actually go here. Gonna need an output. I don't need a crazy output hatch like that. Really, an LV one would be fine. Then that guy goes there, and input, let's see, what's the dual? LUV, dual input hatch. Ruridate frame, polybenzimidazole, niobium, titanium. That kind of sucks. Okay, so the problem is in a fluid solidifier. One fluid solidifier. I suppose if I just use this as a rotor fluid solidifier, that should be fine, right? So if I put an input bus here and just set it to a rotor, this will be exclusively for solidifying fluid rotors, I mean. Then I need that many input hatches. Now I don't know if it's going to allow me yeah, there we go. And then basically I could do the same thing on this side. Or not. Apparently, maybe that's our max. Let's see what our max is. The max apparently is 15. So how can I more evenly split that so it looks nicer? So like that. Like that. I'll like it better like this. Then if necessary, I could put another set. Here. But I'll reserve that for the last one. Give me my girders. Okay, so IV inverter. 1 amp. Let's go 4 amp. We'll place that guy right there. Get a point placed down. IV wire cutters. Get that guy hooked up. Wonderful. Now we need interfaces. Also gonna need toggle buses. What else do we need here? Level emitter. Instead of crafting them, I'm just gonna have them. These, not yet. Not gonna use them. Okay. And actually having these over here are gonna work well. So I'm gonna need cables there and there. And I'm gonna have to turn these off with these level emitters. Gonna need cable anchors. Lots of cable anchors. Level emitter is going to go here, there, there. Like so. That'll go there. Controller is going to go here. We're out of controllers. We don't want any of those to connect. At least not to each other. These are going to get up there. Level emitters there. Anchors there and there. Cable coming up. Like so. And then that's going to get an interface here to output to. Don't like that that's hanging over. There's not a lot I could do about it. Unless I put it on the top. Just gonna ignore it, I think. Let's get wireless connectors. We're gonna put wireless on the top. And it's gonna get hooked up to the light blue network. Oh, no. I think there's enough channels here. If I connect this to this, you're passing 16 channels. 6, 6, 3, 1. That should be fine. Should I move it down one? I think I'm gonna move it down one. Those are real loud. Glass break. Let's turn that down to 20%. Output bus. Output bus there. Connector. Interface. Now all this needs painted. Probably gonna have to refill on colors here soon. Okay. Now, the tungsten steel rotor. I have the robust casing, right? It's just the rotor that we need. And for the rotor, we need liquid tungsten steel. Naquita coils. Small gears, IV rotor holder. Plates, blocks, these gears. We'll use it, so I'll set it up. Let's see. Where is this connected to? Connect to white. I need to paint that white. Okay, now I need an extractor, which needs another pump, which needs bolts, which needs another rotor, which needs 8 plates. Is this thing really that slow at making plates? Or we're just out of tungsten steel? Really? Oh, I do have liquid tungsten steel. Look at that. We don't need to do that. We don't need the extractor. I don't need the extractor. I can just say, let's say over here, when you have 8 rotors, 16, 32. When you have 32 rotors, turn this off. And this guy is going to be I need a drawer over there. How am I making this rotor? Oh, I'm making it over there. My tungsten steel got chewed up. Lock these, get them linked up. Put those in there. And those are getting pushed into here. Yeah, okay. Now I'm having a problem. We chewed up all of our tungsten steel. This is making it's intake casing. Let's turn these down. It's tungsten steel. And let's see. Tungsten steel is made over here. And it's being made at EV, so I can turn this up, but I don't have the room to be able to turn it up. Maintenance hatch, input bus, energy hatch. So tungsten steel, we cannot alloy blast smelt. So it needs to come from the ingot. Of course, it's like on the last page. Oh, molten tungsten steel. Here we go. We can do this. Steel and tungsten. Let's see. All 3 of these are set up already. ULV output hatch, HV input bus. Are these humming like that? Sound cool. Okay, let's take our copy paste gadget. What do I have saved in here? Oh, sweet. It is the ABS. Let's get a template manager. What? We're out of iron ingots? No way. That seems crazy. We do have 20,000 iron dust, but yeah, we're out of iron ingots. Interesting. Iron ingot. When we have 20, 48, turn off, 10, 24. Then this is going to be iron dust. I'm a little surprised we were out of iron there. So let's do this. Let's take our template manager, and I'm going to place it down right there. Pop that in there, and I'm going to get a template, which you can't. No, is it paper? Save. This is... It's 1 ABS. Single ABS. Okay, take that out. And basically all I'm going to do is move it up like that. And all I need to do is hit paste. And we can actually take it, rotate it 2 times. Break the anchor, move it over here, anchor it. Move it down like that. And that should let us place another one. Okay. The only thing is this bus needs to be different. Energy hatch. Oh, this is the old copy. Okay, got it. So Ivy. The output hatch is going to go here. That's an input hatch, so it doesn't matter which way it's facing. Ivy hatch. Output bus, ULV. Three, one more. Output bus, output, energy, casing. Input hatch. These are going to get flipped. Input hatch is going to go there. Oh, input hatch, input bus. ABS goes there. Input bus. Hatch. Like so, like so. Did I not program this to something? Or it's just off? It's just off. Okay. Okay, now it's just the output hatches. These need to get moved to it's just the ABS part now. Could not have placed those more incorrectly. Wrench. That will connect. Or it forms, I mean. There we go. And then over here. Form. Okay. Gonna need wire cutters. 4 shellite wires. And what else? This I have a 16 amp. The 16 amp inverter. I'm out of shellite wire. Whoops, too far. Where am I? Down here. There we go. And let's change this to 16. I should probably get IV wire mill. Yeah, that's going to be better. That'll be faster. We'll just put that down right there. Change this to 16. Yeah, that's better. If I place that right there and right there, all I'll need is points. Okay, now. Ooh. That's not actually going to work. That's not actually going to work like that. These buses are going to have to go on top after all. Okay, so those have power, so I'm just going to have to run a cable up here, a dense cable. To there. like so. We need level emitters. And toggle bus. Okay, tungsten steel. That's what we're working on right now. So I'm going to say when we have tungsten steel, and I think I might turn this off. What's our threshold on this? 2048? And 24. And I want this to kick on actually first. Um, oh, look at that. Let's see. 64 times 16, 1024. Let's do 17. 17 stacks. Okay, so for molten tungsten steel, it's helium, tungsten, and steel. So helium, 1 bucket, steel, and tungsten. And this needs to be on 12. Nope. Let's take this guy. I actually need to set it to down and get a robot arm. And it's 1 of each. So I could just say, oh, I need a filter. On the up. Steel, tungsten, keep exact. 8. I don't know how long it's going to take. Import. Circuit 12. How fast do you use? 6 seconds. That's going to make 2 molten tungsten steel. And that's going to come over here. Take 2 seconds. Okay. That's pretty good. So how fast is it over here? It's 6 seconds there. And over here, it's 34. Eesh. So it's significantly faster. Very good. These need to be painted a light blue. And let's grab filters and robot arms to get these set up, just to get them staged. Input bus, rotate it down. Robot arm, it's already on there. Robot arm, and then screwdriver, filter, that has a filter, filter. Okay. So that's working. All right, what were we waiting on over here? Let's take those out. Let those do that thing. We were looking at setting up a nuclear reactor. We need 3 tungsten steel pipe casing, which I didn't even, oh no, wait, those are over here. Right there. Yes. Okay. So making a nuclear reactor, this is another 5x5. Maybe we'll place one down like right here, or maybe over here. Maybe over here. So making the thorium fuel rod, that will be simple. An EV canner, aluminum cells, double aluminum plate, silver ring. Those aren't bad. Extruder. So I think, take a look at our clipboard again. That's what we were working on. Current. All right, so current nuclear reactor status. If I put one there, nuclear reactors be wall shared? Looks like they can. So theoretically, we could put 3 nuclear reactors right here. That sounds pretty fun. That sounds pretty fun. And then maybe we'll do the fuel stuff like right here in front. All right, so we need HV emitters. So we'll automate those as well. If I put a machine here, I'll have room for, if I go machine, drawer. Okay, there's not going to be enough room. Let's just do this. And that's going down on the second block in. Like that. Okay, nuclear reactor is going to take an assembler, but we want the emitter, right? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's not worth it. Does a nuclear reactor get used? No. Scanner. I don't know that this is particularly... so we could probably just like craft a stack of these. Let's just do that. Chromium rods. Didn't have those on passive, I guess. So let's see if we wanted to make in this assembler nuclear reactor. So 3 have those set up. Light. Anything up here that we're not using, we can get rid of. Molten ore mixture. All of this is going to be used. So we need 3 stacks of EV circuits. Wait, I'm not going to make a stack of these. I'm only going to make 3 right now. Nope. Move the nuclear reactor there. Let's get some high temp casings. 3 of them. Let's get the emitters, the pump and robot arm. Now, I'm not certain what happened to my robot arms. HV pumps. Made 6 of those. And the processor, I actually need 3 more. And then soldering. It's going to take 23 seconds, and I'm going to need more of that. Is that going to be enough? 576. Yeah, that should be enough for me to make 2 recipes. Over here in the automation age, nuclear reactor. Doesn't explode, right? The nuclear reactor can be used to transform thorium into uranium and uraniums into plutoniums. Additionally, it produces quite a lot of power. Make sure that your dynamo hatches are big enough. Oh, and maybe look into paralleling this thing when you can. You could say it causes quite the reaction. Don't know what that means. But we've got one. Okay, so this guy gets used bottom center. And these are the high temp casings. So we'll take those. Right there. And it's just a solid square across the bottom we can do. Right. And then, whoops, it's 12 of these heat vents. Then another square up here, which we could actually do a floor. Like that. And then we just go up the center, and then that's the laminated glass. 12 of these, which I have 16,000 of. Nice. Oh, oops. Okay, and then probably do inputs and outputs on the back here. So it's a maintenance hatch, a dynamo, a ULV output hatch. I'm not going to need the output hatch, so input, input, output. And then it's 3 tungsten steel pipe casing. We go, what, maintenance? Maintenance bottom center. Maintenance bottom center. We'll do input, input, output. Then the dynamo hatch can go on the bottom. EV dynamo. So what do we need to make the EV dynamo? We can do this. We can upgrade it to a 4 amp and a 16 and even up to a 32. Platinum cable. Niobium titanium. Polyvinyl chloride, we have that. Polyphenylene. I don't think I have polyphenylene. Niobium titanium. Titanium and niobium. Do I have? I do have niobium. Okay. And what was the other thing? Platinum cable is not too big of a deal. $16 amp dynamo hatch substation. IV dynamo. Save that. Sane voltage. Oh, what was this? This polyphenylene sheet. Ooh, I don't have that. Which means I need polyphenylene sulfide ingot. Which is a chemical reactor. Dichlorobenzene, which is chlorobenzene, which is chlorine and benzene. Okay, that's not terrible. So maybe we don't go all the way up to the 16 amp substation. Maybe dynamo. This one. Not that one, but this one. Tungsten wire. Yeah, this is much easier. So input hatch, right? Yeah, 1 bucket. That's fine. Input bus 1 will also be fine. And then output bus 1 is fine. Okay, we just need to make the, this is a top. Just need to make this dynamo hatch. Which I do not have set up. IV machine hull, tungsten spring. I think the tungsten spring I don't have. No, but it's a bender, a long tungsten rod, which is a tungsten ingot, in a long rod extruder. Tungsten is going to go in here. We'll just let that sit and run. Then the spring is a bender on one. That wasn't screwing anything up, was it? Titanium, tungsten. No. Take this long rod mold out. There we go. Put that away. Grab the long rod. Put that into a bender on one. Which is here. Yeah, there we go. That's super fast. So to be able to make this IV transformer, we need niobium titanium cables still. Frack. Oh, the 4 amp. 4 amp. Okay. So we're making this guy first. And if I come over to here, that's the energy hatch, but it has pretty much everything. I just need to put the spring and the hull in there. Or the spring and the HPIC chip. Spring HPIC chip. Okay. Spring HPIC chip. And if we do its hull and coil. Hull and coil. What's the problem here? What are you doing? Making the dynamo hatch. Okay, dynamo hatch. Now the 16 amp I cannot make because I don't have niobium titanium. But we can make the 4 amp. Dynamo. What do I have over here? Because would it be better just to use the IV dynamo? 16 amp IV dynamo. Amp EV. Are those the same? No, they're not the same, right? Would it be better for me to use a 16 amp EV or a 4 amp IV? We're gonna find out, I guess. IV dynamo hatch. We'll get one more. Okay, that's done. What? What happened? I just made... How was that? This isn't on extract. How do those end up back in the system? Weird. Okay, this guy is tungsten wire. So 14 4x tungsten wire, 2x. Of those guys. Driving through a flood is not fun. I don't imagine it would be. Tungsten steel plate. Okay, we got to steal tungsten steel plates from over here, apparently. Because our tungsten steel production is slow. Come on, give me some more tungsten. I'm going to lower that too. Come on, 3 more plates. You can do it. You can do it. Let's go. One more. Where are you driving through that it's flooding? Oh, come on, tungsten steel. Hello, McFly? There we go. And assembler. Bam, bam, bam. 4-amp Ivy hatch. Just had to get groceries. 16-amp. I don't have niobium titanium yet. I could get niobium to titanium. The problem is this polyphenylene sulfide sheet. Apparently I didn't math correctly. Okay, so dynamo hatch goes there. So this is formed. Sweet. And if we grab some more item casing. Not even that much. Put that there. That there. Okay, nuclear reactor. 32,000 apparently. And what is this guy? This guy says its max is also 32,000. Oh, I forgot there wasn't a floor there. And this is the 16-amp EV dynamo hatch. We're going to find out if it's better for this guy. So I'm going to need a connection over here. And we need to make thorium fuel rods, which is going to be an EV canner. And we really only need to make like a couple of these. So double aluminum plates and silver rings. Make like 8. Four amp IV, 16 amp EV are functionally the same. Okay. So aluminum fuel cell. It's just that. Okay. Depleted gets sent out. So let's make ourselves. I've got this controller. Maybe I should move these to here. Output, input, input. One, two, three, four, five. Place that guy there, I guess. Actually, I probably don't even need that. What I just need is wireless connectors. One there and one. Where's a spot that makes sense? Suppose just over here. That's not light blue, it's supposed to be blue. Okay. So you are going to output distilled water. Which we are full up on. Nice. And also thorium fuel rods. That's going to go there. But no, we can flip it up. Just have it input it, right? And then output, it's going to output that directly. That doesn't need to be there. Over here, we're making thorium fuel rods in a canner. Tungsten steel. Why do we not have a rotor? One of these takes rotors. This takes a rotor. Our tungsten steel is suffering. Just 4 plates. That's all we need. Let's just do it this way then, I guess. I don't know, steal plates from other places. Scanner. Bam. There we go. Configurable maintenance hatches are good for multi-block generators since you can give them an extra 1.1 efficiency bonus. And so should I make, so if I'm going to do that, I should probably make duct tape, right? Carbon fiber mesh, raw carbon fibers. Is that a fair thing to say? Elite canner. Thorium fuel rod that goes into a centrifuge. These are just going to be passive automations. So it probably just makes sense to connect that and then connect that. Technically, but also 1.1 decreases maintenance issues, so it's unlikely to need tape them more than once. Interesting. Now that now that I've got it on a server, this is the canner. Now that I have the world on a server, I'm worried about having stuff set up like that. I just don't want it to like break down the road. Cause a lot of damage. Or cause a headache that I don't know how to chase down, and kind of more accurately describes my concern. So this guy, if I go auto exports, will these hurt me? Nope. Okay, so now this should be getting thorium. Or not. Input bus. Just leave a stack of tape in it. Yeah, also an option. Why there's this input bus not pulling the thorium? Shouldn't it be? There it goes. There we go. And how much power are you making? I need a plug. 130,000? Yeah, that's way better. No, 30,000. And that comparatively to these guys, 49,000? So these are better? I mean, I guess they don't have rotors. Is there a way that I make this run better? I guess not. So what I need to do is set up centrifuge, right? You are going to insert depleted thorium. And then that is going to need to be exported, this uranium-235, which does not hurt me, which is awesome. I need a robot arm and a filter. Robot arm is going to go here. And it's going to import this like so. This is going to get auto export. And then this uranium-235 can be put into a canner, which then can also be used for a nuclear. So 1638. Okay, fantastic. But then also, doesn't this get used? Nope, no place else. That'll just get used in another reactor, which will then get turned into 241, which then gets turned into a lot of other stuff. Okay, so I can easily set up the other two reactors. So let's do that. Let's see, the highly enriched uranium. What's the other one? Low enriched uranium? Oh, guilty. Been live streaming so much, and I miss them all because I'm so busy. Oh, no problem, Rabble Dabble. I won't be on for too much longer today. So that next one, the low enriched, where do we get uranium from? The intended ways to make reactor pairs: thorium rods, highly enriched rods. For 3 amps of IV with every tier of parallel hatch, you can upgrade their generation 1 step. So I should probably turn all 3 of these into thorium then, and then put the highly enriched rods on top. I guess is what I'm hearing you say. And this honestly can just be right here. So let's get 2 more input hatches, 2 more input buses, and 2 output buses. Get some high temp casings. So output, input, input. Like that. Low and wrench is meant to be run manually since 238 is more useful to make radon. But you still need a bit of plutonium. Which one was it? The reactor pipe casing. Maintenance 1, 2, 3. Maintenance 1, 2, 3. Don't need those. Everything else is good. We just need heat vents. 12. They go in the corner. Right. See, this is why I passive everything, because then, like, it's just so easy. I don't have to request these. They're just running. I could probably wall share, right? A little bit better. 4 more. Like, wall share these inputs better. Or even do them like quad style. Need 18 laminated glass. That's going to be 9 inputs. Then I think I do want to put a robot arm on this. Just change it to keep 1. And then memory card. Make it easy on myself. Copy that to there. There. Copy that to there and there. Thorium. Thorium. And then plugs. Okay, so what's the problem with the thorium happening over here? Nothing? Just slow? Let's take that out. And I actually want to store max amounts of that. So I need more of these cells, I guess. Should be ready for now. Since soon you'll be able to make parallel hatches. Extreme combustion engine can be option 2 if you want to deal with making high. So what is that called? What's that production called? The chem line? Chem plant? So I think I need more once this runs. Yeah, I'm going to need more fuel cells. Or aluminum cells. So the silver ring. Let's try 32. And then the double plate. Put that away. Put those away. That controller away. Is there a large canner? This guy? Extractor and canner? Maybe later. Maybe some other day. Takes 5 seconds to can a new one. It takes 15 seconds to burn one. Nuclear reactor V1 setup. Let's do nuclear reactor V2. Okay. So that's pretty good. And now, if we take a look... I mean, this isn't putting like a huge dent. I mean, that's 32,000. And what are the solar panels making? 27,000. That one's 27. That's 26. That's 26. 25. Yeah, so those 3 reactors aren't even like, they're a drop in the bucket. But we are getting 235. And let's see, we got that. Then processing lines, we got 235. I don't understand why round pitch blend. Let's take this and put it in a macerator, I think. we'll get that quest. Pitch blend, if we just take the pitch blend again somehow. The ground pitch blend can go into a macerator and then a centrifuge. Put it in there. Does this work? No, why does this not work? Should be working. Oh, because it doesn't have, no. A macerator. It does have 2 outputs, okay. Output bus. There it goes. And then this pitch blend can go into a centrifuge. Or 2. That's an output bus, input hatch, output. Okay. So that cannot go in there. But I can take that out and get that. That'll give me the quest. Uraninite dust, which is centrifuging pitch blend. Again. And then uranium hexafluoride. I'm not doing that. Or that. Or that. We're taking this route here, so the uranium dust would normally come from something else. Depleted uranium hexafluoride, which is uranium hexafluoride, which we could not easily get, but without too much of a struggle. Uraninite dust. Unlock all of that. Uranium. Yeah, I don't care too much about that. And then the 241 is from depleted highly enriched uranium fuel rods, which we could easily get in the not too distant future. We have a decent amount of uranium there. These guys look like they've got a pretty decent uptime. EV. Dynamo. I could put that together. 16 amp. I'm curious as to whether or not the EV here is better than the IV. So that's 32,000. Versus this 49. So let's try it. Need some speed. Need a speed upgrade because the base is getting pretty huge. Still 32,000. Okay. All right, so we got some reactors set up, getting us some uranium. That'll be something that will be useful way down the road. Get our inventory cleaned up. One of my favorite parts of the day. That goes there. Girders go there. Cables are full. Anchors, we'll put threshold emitters, toggle buses. For the thorium, 4 EV or 1 amp IV. Okay. I've got 4 amp IV on here. Yeah, I think these cells can go in here. I don't know what I did with the other dynamos, because I made a couple of them. Put those away, those away. Oh, here they are. Yeah, 4 amp. Okay. So that was a good amount of progress. I can get into radon now. That was through uranium dust. Uranium-235 can be smelted into the ingot. What's the ingot used for? Are the plates used for anything? No. Double plates? No. Rod? Not really. Block? No. What about the fluid? No. So really the uranium is only good for the highly enriched uranium fuel rod. 20 billion calories. So we'll get that set up next time, but I think 2 hours is a good time for the stream. I've got other stuff to do today. So today we got that set up, but we also increased our tungsten steel production, which is not going that great. So I think we're trying to stock up on the plates. I am going to do ender air distilling. That, as you can see, is on here. Nether air, ender air. I probably don't need that many tungsten. Well, I guess they're just being made up. Did I set it to a stack? Let's not do that. Let's do 64, 32. So that'll be done soon, and then we'll start to back up on tungsten steel. Which shouldn't take too long because we do have an ABS running it. We're getting 2 ingots every 6 seconds. I need some light over here. Top lights or maybe bulbs? One there. Or maybe it would be better to put top lights down. No, I like the bulb. And I think we need some girders in here too. Nope, not like that. There we go. Those look beefy. Like so. Yeah, never enough tungsten. Actually, these go, that goes like that. Oh, damn it. Bulb, top light, girder. All right. Okay, so that is going to be it for this episode, or not this episode, I guess this live stream. I forgot that I was live streaming and not recording. All right, tungsten steel, nuclear reactor, got some more IV stuff set up over here, some single blocks. So that's going to be it. Oh, and we set up the extruder. A gear extruder. Not gear, rotor. Rotor extruder. Rotor extruder? Rotor rooter? Extruder? Rotor rooter extruder? All right. That's going to be it. Thanks for stopping in.